Jinda. Join the lady Songbird for uplifting discussions about her personal experiences in the music industry. She will be chatting with fellow artists, sharing inspirational stories, and exploring practical resources to help navigate creative journeys. Coming soon, 30-minute Thursdays at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on Facebook Live.
And we are live. Hey, welcome to Soul to Soul. Sit down with the lady Songbird, Jinda Harris. And she has a special guest on tonight. Oh, hey, brother. Hey, Jinda.
Hey, I'm in a hotel and it's crappy internet connection, but I am better now, so we're all good. But I am so happy to be here for another amazing episode of Soul to Soul Sit Down. And I want to first start by giving some announcements. I have a show the 31st, this Saturday in Albany, Georgia. And I'm so excited about it. It's going to be an amazing night of soul and R&B. You don't want to miss it. If you want to know any more information on it, I have it on the flyer on my page, but it's in Albany, Georgia. It starts at 8 p.m. And the show is going to be off the chain. So enough of my announcements. I do want to mention that the person that I'm about to introduce is an amazing national recording artist. He also has his own record label, and it's called Tylaric Records. He is in Houston, Texas, and he's an amazing, dynamic songwriter and artist. So welcome to everybody that's listening in. Welcome, Tylaric.
And it is my pleasure to be here. What's up, fam?
Hey, what's going on? So we get right into it on Soul to Soul. I want to know, and I know the listeners out there want to know, when did you start? When did you start?
Oh my goodness! Now we're gonna date me now, okay? No, I've actually been in this for many years since junior high school. You know, playing the band and playing in clubs when I was a little kid, and just it's been a long journey. But you know what? There's a long way to go, and I'm ready for the road.
Well, that is definitely, all of us started. And I know I started from high school as well, obtaining a four-year scholarship for music and vocal technique. Did you go to school after high school for music, for training?
No, actually, no, I didn't. Actually, I was with a great group of guys who had a lot more experience than I did. And I learned a lot from those guys, and it just since then it was meeting and hiring different people who knew the business. It taught me a lot behind the scenes, promoters and producers, things of that nature. And hey, I had to put the thinking cap on and get in there and get the pen and paper and take notes and studied real hard and continue to do what I'm doing now.
So, I'm not going to date you back, but when it was your first performance that you ever did, were you afraid? Did you have stage fright, or were you just in your element?
Now, that's an interesting question. Now, let me think back, okay? It's a lot of performances, but back then, I was playing bass guitar.
Okay.
And like I said, we practiced a lot. I learned a lot from the guys that I was with, and that's when I was doing as a musician and everything. And I wasn't afraid. Of course, there was a little bit of butterflies in there, but I was okay, man. I was in a good place.
Now, you mentioned you being a musician. How many instruments do you play?
Oh man! Now, first of all, let me say this here. I will never say that I am a musician. I just do the best I can, right? Because there's artists out there. I play around on keyboards, guitar, rhythm guitar, bass guitar, percussions, drums, and that sort of thing. But my main forte is vocals and writing, performing.
Okay. So did you already, you work with so many different people. Can you mention some of the names that you have worked with and graced the stage with?
Oh, man. Well, hey, to start off with, the lady Songbird. Jinda right there, y'all. Man, where to start at? It's so many and everything. But I've had the opportunity to be on stage and with a lot of the guys, the old schoolers back in the day, Big Walter Price, who was actually a family member. I.J. Gozy, who was a family member. I came up in a musical family. And man.
Talk
Jesse
about that.
Terrell.
Yeah.
I got to throw a shout out to Jesse Terrell. That's my sweetheart.
Yes. Shout out to
Yes.
beautiful Jessie. Yes, I love her. Yes.
But I will tell you that it's been a number of people and everything that I have actually had the opportunity to be on stage with. And then, of course, hey, our boy, my boy, Mr. Patrick Henry.
Yes.
But quite a few artists, man. It'll be a long list to actually get into.
So who are some of your inspirations? Where do you get the funk from and all those good, get music from? Where do you get those ideas from?
Okay, all right. So everybody that knows me in the music industry knows that I am and always have been and always will be a bit advocate for Prince. Okay. Then of course you got Roger Troutman, Zap. You've got my favorite female vocalist besides the Songbird. And my all-time favorite is Whitney Houston.
Oh, I love Whitney. I grew up on Whitney, boy. I wanted to be Whitney as a child, man. That was the ultimate. Yeah.
Yeah, and then of course, like I said, Prince, but then I have to also come back and say Luther Vandross, man. That's the man right there,
So we're gonna tap into just a question and understanding who is Tylaric and what is Tylaric Records?
Tylaric, the name Tylaric is actually a kind of a secret acronym. Okay. And I say it's a secret is because it's something special to me that I dreamed up. And of course, creating the name Tylaric and everything, I needed something that when you search for me on any search engine, you just type that in, Tylarik, and it takes it directly up to the top of the search engine. And but he is a person who believes in the art of music as much as he believes in the business of music. He's the type of person who falls up under, if we may say, the spell of music. I don't just listen to it as a little ear candy or anything like that. When I listen to a song piece, I actually try to put my place where the actual writer and artist was when they created this piece to feel what they feel. That gives you a little idea of who Tylaric is. Tylaric is also a CEO of his own company. He has signed multiple.
Oh, it looks like we lost you, Tylaric. Tap on back in.
Losing my camera here. You still see me?
I can't see you, but I can hear you.
Oh, lost him.
It's okay.
What happened? I think I lost you guys. Hold on.
Can you hear us? Can you hear me? Looks like we lost you. So we're okay. I'm gonna talk for you because I know you quite a bit. You're back, but I do want to piggyback on your talking about your Tylaric Records. How did that come about?
Well, I'm glad you asked that question. And that's a real serious answer behind it. For many years, like I said, I signed both domestic and international, and during that time frame, I learned, not saying that I'm throwing any kind of smoke on these labels that I signed with, but I saw the good and the bad side of the recording industry. I had actually walked away from the music for a while, and two beautiful daughters that I have, which are both inspiring artists. One is Summer, and the other is Erica. Well, both of them, I wanted to teach them the music business and the business of music. So I created the studio of Telluric, the first studio of Telluric Records, in order to record them and nurture them, and then have them learn what exactly goes on behind of the music industry. And there, one of the things that I made sure that anyone who is a part of my company is going to be treated fairly as a professional, not as a commodity, okay, but as a professional, and giving them the opportunity to fulfill their journeys. And that's what Telluric Records does for anyone that comes through those doors.
Well, one thing I can say, working with you, for all the listeners out there, if you're wanting to book Telluric's production, there is no stops. He's absolutely amazing. And if you come to one of Telluric's productions or concerts, you're definitely in for a treat. We're talking top notch. We're going to talk about, how serious that is as an artist, to be taken seriously when it comes to your artistry. And a lot of people don't take it as serious when it comes to it. Marketing is crucial when it comes to your artistry, and so that people will know who you are. Can you just touch on that, how serious that is when it comes to marketing?
Well, I would start it like this. And you know this yourself, there is an ocean of great performers and singers out there who are out there and trying to achieve their goals. They're recording, they're putting things out, projects out left and right. But with that huge market, you have to be something or somewhat unique to be noticed or brought to the surface. Okay. It basically starts with you yourself as the artist, and what you bring to the table. Then, of course, it's putting a team together to exploit and to show or teach characterization to bring that artist to make that big person bigger than life. But it starts with inside yourself. Okay. Now, with you said marketing. Yeah, that is a major vehicle for us making it in this business. There's a lot of people out there talk the talk, walk the walk, but they're starving artists. All of them are starving artists. Okay,
Absolutely.
But there are those who rise to the top. Sometimes they have great management. Sometimes it's a great team. Sometimes it's just being at the right place at the right time. Somebody take you up under their wing. But whatever the case may be, you have to be consistent. You got to put God first. You have to be consistent. You have to be true to yourself, and sing about what the public or the listeners and the viewers relate to, and what they feel that they forgot about, or they're thinking about, or want to say but nobody else is saying, and tell it in your music. But as far as that individual artist, yeah, they definitely would have to find a way to rise above all the other vocalists and everything out there who are trying to do the same thing that person is. So be unique. Have something just a little bit different. Of course, as you recall, I mentioned Prince, right?
Right.
He walked the edge, okay? It was controversy versus great music versus a large array of genres that he performed. But, hey, it brought attention to him, and like I said, and then there's other opportunities like such as now being here on the buzz with that wonderful Miss Jinda, Songbird, Harris, yes.
Well, one thing, I'm a huge Prince fan as well. And one thing I know, just learning and growing up listening to Prince, but I can tell you that I've taken some of the things from Prince's journey as well, being that I'm the type of artist that you can't not categorize. I like to tap into different genres. And I love working with people that help me be more creative. Like when me and my husband write songs, we're very creative. And when I listen to a Telluric record, I can definitely see your creativity. Can you just touch on just a little bit of your songwriting technique and skill?
Well, like I said, once again, it's one of those things that happens in the late hours and nights and everything, where you're all alone by yourself, and you let your mind open up and let the music take you where the music wants to take you. But I take the time out to research what I'm looking into, what kind of concept I'm looking into. If it's about romance, if it's about breakup, if it's about being down but trying to find a way to get up, searching for that soul, or whatever it is that I'm writing about, I sit back and I think about it before I actually start putting it in the paper. Now, as many times it happens over and over again, I will start working on a project and the music will take me somewhere else totally. And to me, I kind of call that the spirit of the music. And I take it and I ride the wave where it's going to go. And one of the things that I've always had I prop myself with is that, I've always been able to take a concept, perhaps a few lyrics, and give myself just a short period of time. And I create the first, second verse, the hook, and the bridge and everything, because it automatically flows through me. So I think that's a blessing, And, but it all starts with, looking within oneself, my own personal experiences. And then, of course, everybody else's experience, because it's a small world. Everybody feels the same thing. They just have their own view on it, right? And but that's what I do. And I sit back in the middle of the night and spend hours, let it take me where, sometimes you can't get away from the studio, right?
Yeah.
But you can ride that wave.
Absolutely. That's one thing for certain. And I am a firm believer of the right audience will love you and appreciate you, your artistry. And one thing I can say, you're a true soul man, and you can definitely hear that in your music, funk, and all of that. And that's an amazing thing, because a lot of people don't have it. They can sing, but don't embody it.
Yeah.
And this journey is really crazy. You sometimes, I had to learn, starting out years and years ago, and I don't want to date myself because I've been at this for a very long time, but I had to understand that everybody ain't gonna like you, but those right people will.
Right.
And just flash back to now. We're in now. So your newest song, what was the inspiration behind that newest song? And could you give us the title of that newest gem?
My latest release was "She's Worth Begging," and again, it's a personal relationship with the concept of the song. Now, props to my ladies, all right, and your world, man. God blessed us to have you guys, man. Trust me, man. I'm appreciative every day. So all I'm saying is, every man has seen that woman or been close to that one, whether it be on television, whether it be online, whether it be in person, that, oh my good, man, come on, man. You know how they used to say, God broke the mold when he made that one? Well, here I was actually surfing on the net, real quick. I'm trying to make it real quick. I was surfing on the net, ran across this beautiful face, body, the whole thing, the whole works. So, true story. And I was like, wow. So I'm like, man, that is beautiful, right? So I get my inspirations and it's like, and I was like, okay, so I'm gonna shoot out the friends, right? And did that. The lady responded, and I was like, hey, look, beautiful. I think you're awesome, man. Look, whatever you're doing, it's got to be great and fabulous. Nothing trying to get close enough. And so I kind of threw it out there. I said, you know what? I'm gonna write a song about you. So this lady kind of after about it, everything kind of gets, and shot a message back. Okay, well, I'll wait. So this is a few years back. Actually, the song is a song about the vault, and I had written maybe about 60% of the song, but I had other projects that I was working on. So I kind of got away from it, got onto those, and started working until all of a sudden, like on the shelf. Maybe a year and a half after that, I was like, oh man, let me go back and check this song out that I was working on. Kind of, and I started and I finished the song. I tried to reach out to the lady. Unfortunately, no contact. I don't know what happened. He was no longer on social media. So I'm like, okay, no harm, no foul. But looking at the ingredients of that song, you know, the one I say like this here. One of the lyrics in there says, the sexy way she walks will make a preacher stare. That tells everything, right? Okay. Y'all need to check out that song, man. Okay. Large. It's on all the search engines.
What's
Okay.
the name of the song for the listeners?
She's worth begging. Beggin. She's worth begging. You know. And but the lyrics in the song will tell the whole story, you know. So all props to the power of woman. Okay.
Are you a quick question, Talaric? Are you going live too? I'm getting messages that you're getting feedback from the listeners.
I don't know if I am or not. I don't know. I can probably turn my mic down a little bit, but
okay. But they can hear you just fine. We're just getting a little feedback.
okay.
Okay. So I know that Studio Buzz plays your music, WB plays your music all the time on here, which he is a blessing to all of us upcoming artists. Now, when it comes to a new artist coming into creating their music, can you mention how significant getting your music copywritten, also registered through BMI? How
Oh
is
yeah.
that is very, very, a lot of these artists make music and they buy these tracks from people and they don't do the paperwork required. And then they
Right.
wonder why someone else is singing their song or jack their song from them. You
Right.
explain that. Explain that to the
Right.
listeners out there.
Well, I will start like this here. There's the music business, and then there's the business of music. Okay. There is a book out called The Business of Music as well.
Mhm.
Um, but to dive right in, for example, I have a new artist that I'm actually getting ready to sign right now. She is from Mexico. Her name is Madeline. I'm trying to pronounce it correct. Got to roll that R. Madeline. Hope you're listening, Madeline. What's up? Um, and when it comes to any material, as I explained to her, as well as other artists, before I even hear it, the first question I'm going to ask is, do you have it copywritten? Do you have it protected? Do you have BMI or ASCAP? I deal with BMI. And do you have your music secured? Okay. I really don't want to listen to it, okay, because I have had music stolen from me before. You wake up one day and you look on television, you got 5 guys and a pianist playing your music and singing your song. You like, that sounds familiar, right? It happened to me, right?
Uh-huh.
And you have to actually take the necessary steps in the business of music. Secure your project. These are extensions of you from deep down inside.
That's right.
It's very easy to go online and file for a BMI your number. That goes with you and you register every piece of material that you create. And even if you're doing, you're working with somebody else in there, when you register that information,
Mhm.
there are slots in there where you put their BMI number or ASCAP number in as well. So
That's
it
right.
shows who is a part of this project.
Mhm.
So I would tell anybody, don't hesitate, go and get your controlling numbers, BMI
You
or ASCAP.
You absolutely need to. I mean, a lot of these artists don't know that when you can add your performances that you do to BMI, you can definitely get credit and royalties for you performing your own music and your own shows. And if your music is on movies and all these different things, you need to know that you have to be able to understand that you are a brand as an
Right.
artist.
That's right.
And if you are, in this for the long haul and you're trying to leave a legacy behind, you definitely have to get your ducks in a row when it comes to that.
That's right.
So what's next for Tylaric? What's an upcoming show that you got going on here?
The next show that I have coming up is going to be July 6th, and I will be in Biloxi, Mississippi. Uh, I'll be performing down there, and along with a few great artists and everything. I'll
Ground
be down
Zero.
there.
That's a hot spot.
It is. You know what? Shouts out to the South, right?
Yeah, shouts out to Lex Luger that puts that on. He was
That's
amazing.
my boy. I was about to mention
Yeah.
his name. Ground Zero is the name of the venue,
Yes.
and
That's Morgan Freeman's spot.
and last time I was there, I saw you perform, which was
Oh
at the
man, that
awards.
was so much fun. That was so much fun. They put on a great awards show
Oh
every year.
yeah,
You don't want to miss that. So
yeah.
new music. Can I look out for some new music coming on?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. You know what? I call my background vocalist like on a regular, saying, "Hey, I'm in the studio. I'm working on something new." And usually when they come in for rehearsal, like, you guys want to listen to a new song, and they always like, yeah, let's listen. But shouts out to them as well. That's Robin Henry, female background vocalist, and of course there's A.G. Gibson. What's up, A.G.?
AG, what's up?
I know he cheesing big time right now.
Yeah.
And of course, Summer, who is also a solo artist herself, but she is signing an agreement to work in the background fields with Telluric. So, new music, yeah. Like I say, it's either me pulling out something from the vault, such as She's Worth Begging, or the new material that I got behind me in these computers and everything. So, I got people waiting for me to send this over for mastering and all that good stuff as we speak.
Well, that's awesome. I do want to mention, and I did not mention at the beginning, that shout out to the um, the Jackson Music Award Committee for nominating me this year. I found out yesterday, well, last night actually, that I was nominated for National Female Vocalist of the Year, and
What
I'm
up?
honored. I am honored just to be in the midst of all these amazing, beautiful women that are trailblazers. They're awesome, and I'm just happy to be in that number. And it's an honor just to be nominated. So
Mm.
I want to tell all the people that's listening, if you share, but you can vote for me, the Lady Songbird Jinda, on the Jackson Music Awards website. And it's www.jma.com. And you can go on that website and you can vote, and get your tickets for the award ceremony held in Jackson, Mississippi. And it's a huge thing. So thank you so much, and shout out to Jackson Music Awards.
Yep,
And
yep.
finally, Tyler, would you like anything to say to our listeners in closing? Would you like to say anything to them?
Yeah, first of all, I want to say, hey, special shout out to the Buzz, man. You guys are treating me with a whole lot of love. My whole entourage and everything is just like really popping, man, because, I get on there frequently and try to say, hey, what's up, fam, and all that good stuff. Major shout out to Mr. Harris, man. I think he's a really,
Yeah.
really good,
Yeah.
hard working man, manager
Yes, he
slash
is.
your husband.
My baby.
And to you, of course, Lady
Oh,
Songbird, because I look forward to sharing the stage with you again in the future.
oh, real soon. Yeah, absolutely. I can't wait. And I just want to tell y'all to tune in tonight because what's the name of the show? Wild Will and Mad Mike. Tonight you want to tune featuring Hostile Howard Harris, but I like to call him Handsome Howard Harris.
That guy.
Tonight on the Studio Buzz. And I just want to tell all the listeners out there that for each and every artist that comes on here, it's just been a blessing. And Tylaric, you are a family member of mine. We treat you like family. We love you. And we look forward to blazing the stage with you really just real soon. We would love to do that. And if you don't know how to book Mr. Tylaric, could you please tell them how they can book you?
You can go and just open up TylaricRecords.com, and there's contact information in there. TylaricRecords.com is very easy to pull it up. You can go on Facebook and you'll find me there. You can always find me and, of course, link up. But at the same time, the most important one, TylaricRecords.com. Just go in there, put your information in, It'll fall directly to our offices. We'll pick it up, read about it, and then get back with you as soon as possible. And trust me, nothing but the music brings out the truth. All right? Music is like a spirit. It breaks down barriers. I don't care if you're mad, song comes through, you find yourself being happy. You could be happy, a different song comes through, makes you sad. Join me, join Jinda, and the rest of the crew. Hey, we'll be on front stage playing with you.
Right. Oh man,